what do you think about Tysabri as a maintenance drug considering its possible risk?
Tysabri has a risk of brain infection called PML, so we have to be careful, but there's a new blood test that may say who's at risk for this PML, so you should get this blood test done, and if you don't have exposure, it may be safe to take the drug.
What are the similarities between Lyme disease and MS?
There can be fatigue, there can be certain neurologic symptoms, but it's very easy to diagnose Lyme disease with a spinal tap or a blood test, and that can be done, although most of the Lyme disease is in the Connecticut area.
Is there any advantage to taking pills instead of Copaxone injections daily?
The pills that have been approved work as well as the Copaxone, so one may not be better than another. I think if somebody's on the Copaxone and is doing well, I wouldn't change right now. If you're having trouble with the injections, you could try the pills.
Is there a relationship between MS and fibromyalgia?
No relationship.
Can you tell us about IPIG?
IPIG is treatments have been used for a number of autoimmune diseases, such as blood diseases. It may have some effectiveness in MS, but isn't as good as our other drugs.
Please discuss the potential benefits of Rituxan.
Rituxan is an antibody that is given intravenously and affects B cells. There's no question that it helps relapsing forms of MS. There'll be phase 3 trials done. I predict that they'll be positive. It'll be a new drug we can have for MS and will be used to help people with relapsing MS. It's only 2 infusions a year. We'll wait for it to be approved and then integrate it into our treatment.
Are there any treatments for the underlying disease process of primary progressive MS?
There's no approved treatment for primary progressive MS. Primary progressive MS probably is related similar to secondary progressive. Some people with primary progressive MS can respond to the drugs that we use, depending on their MRI scan. So MS drugs can be tried and they can help some people.
What does the future funding of research look like? Pharmaceutical companies, government funding, foundations. Do you feel that this is in jeopardy?
I think it is in jeopardy. I think at the NIH, they're funding like at the 10% level, and this isn't good. We need to be up to the 18th or 20% level. The MS Society had a period of time where they weren't funding. Now they're back. We have funding agencies such as Nancy Davis and what she's doing, which also had a brief downturn with the economy. But the economy is coming better. We need funding. We need funding from all sources, and we all have to be advocates.
Thank you.
Everybody, thank you so much. I know there's a lot of questions, and hopefully they got answered. If not, please feel free to ask whoever on the panel you'd like to ask. Thank you for coming out and helping support Race to Race MS. Please be sure and go out and visit our expo, some of our vendors, and don't forget your orange from Harry and David. They donated them out there, so please be sure and take one with you. And something nobody talked about, there's a few good books that some of our panelists have written. Nancy Davis wrote Lean on Me, and that's a really good informational book if you've been diagnosed with MS. If you want to laugh, Terry Dar wrote Speed Bumps. And of course, Dr. Howard Lyme wrote Curing MS. Thank you for coming.